Chaser Report is recorded on Gadigal land.
Striving for mediocrity in a world of excellence. This is the Chaser Report.
Hello and welcome to the Chaser Report. I'm Charles Firth, and with me back again is Dom Knight.
Hello, Charles. Yes, what a lovely episode it was. I just wanted to listen to you and Andrew talking about Donald Trump. So I didn't even come yesterday. That was great.
But you did listen to it, didn't you?
I was listening to it just before we started talking. Admittedly, that was just to check that my recording was working. But it sounds lovely. It sounds really good. I'm definitely going to listen to every moment of that later today.
Oh, great. Oh, right.
I will.
Okay.
Charles, look, I got to say, I've got an ultimatum for you, okay? I just want to lay something out there.
Yeah.
It's a big realisation that I've come to. You've got a big decision to make and you've got 24 hours to make it.
Ooh.
The Chaser has to evolve. Okay, it's got to evolve into Chaser 2.0. That's what we need. We need Chaser 2.0. It's gonna be a lot of hard work. Okay, it's gonna mean very long hours, thankless tasks to build something incredibly special. We're gonna get a lot of engineers in here, make the website really sing. Get engineers on the
hardcore. Hardcore.
I'm talking 12-hour days at the absolute bare minimum. I'm talking commitment. I'm talking regular abuse. Both on the company Slack and on Twitter.
Okay.
From the boss. The question I have for you is, do you want to accept this vision and stay around for an extremely challenging period ahead for no more money?
Yes.
Or do you want 3 months full pay as severance? You've got to decide right now.
But hang on. I'm the boss of the Chaser.
Well,
like,
you
this sounds ideal to me. This Chaser 2.0 sounds ideal. Am I the boss in this scenario, or are you the boss?
No, I'm not the boss either. You see,
Who's
Elon
the
Musk
boss?
made an offer. He's in an acquisition phase. He figures he's finished with Twitter. And he's made the same offer to us that he's made to Twitter.
Oh, great.
Basically, stick around if you want, and it's going to be very hard, or 3 months full pay, off you go. That's what he said to the entire remaining workforce at Twitter. Stay, or here is a quarter of your annual salary to fuck off now.
Why would anyone stick around to be hardcore with that fuck turd? Like what? Who on earth? Like, no one is going to accept that offer.
So you say that. Wouldn't it have been useful? This is why we need to work with Elon. Wouldn't it have been useful if you'd been in the room when he announced that plan? Because that is exactly what happened. A huge number of Twitter employees went, yep, actually, we were thinking of quitting. So the 3 months sounds great, Elon. That's great. Even though you've just decided that all of us get to keep our jobs, now we will gladly take the redundancy. Thanks, buddy. And so they've had to actually wind it back and sit down with... And this
really?
Elon Musk,
They've wound it back.
Man. Yeah, the world's richest man, the boss of Tesla and SpaceX and all these other businesses as well, has had to take the time to sit down individually with key people saying, yeah, actually, no, we really don't want you to quit. Have more money. He's completely screwed it up again because everyone wants to leave because they can see it's a total shit show.
So, Dom, he's a genius, right?
He's a genius.
Elon Musk is a genius.
Oh, everyone knows
a self-proclaimed genius. Although I do notice today that it's come out that he doesn't actually have that degree in physics that he claims to have had.
Awkward.
So, but like maybe he's such a genius that he didn't have to do a degree in physics to know all about
physics. He could have taught the degree in physics without having done a degree in physics.
Exactly, because he's such a genius. But don't you think, like, one of the key traits of a genius is that you learn from your mistakes, right? So maybe the first 1,000 times that he says something and then has to backtrack on it several hours later, after that, you'd go, oh, there's a bit of a theme here, there's a bit of a pattern.
Maybe don't just
maybe I should just shut the fuck up and not fucking open my mouth, because every time I open my mouth and make an ultimatum, I have to then backtrack on it. Like, wouldn't you just sort of fucking, after a while, get sick of being wrong 100% of the time?
You would, Charles, unless you were someone who has been in court this week. I don't know whether you've heard about the Tesla compensation plan lawsuit. While he's been offering everyone redundancy at Twitter, which they've been gleefully taking, he's also been taking the witness stand in Delaware's Court of Chancery, because what happened in 2018 is that Tesla offered him basically a massive incentive plan for his compensation. And if he hit the goals, he was going to be worth $50 billion. They were going to give him $50 billion as his CEO pay. He got that. He hit it. He got all that money. And now he's getting sued by shareholders who are saying, no, this man is a disaster. He's not even there most of the time. So he's having to argue in court that he's worth $50 billion for part of his time at the same time as he is actively destroying Twitter by being so involved. Like, the best thing he could do for Twitter is be there less at this point, surely.
It's such a Dr. Evil sum of money, isn't it? I am worth $50 billion.
Yes, absolutely. Which he got. And but
I think you've mischaracterised that court case, because I do know a little bit about it. I remember back in 2018 when he made himself that offer. Yes. That was not an offer made to him. He came up with that idea. He said, oh, look, if I can pump this stock up unrealistically enough, you'll then owe me $50 billion. And then he got all his bros. He went on Reddit and Twitter, pumped up the stock, and that's how he made. So that is a genius maneuver.
Yeah, well, actually, that came up in the court case, Charles. They played audio of Musk admitting back in 2018 that essentially the pay package evolved by him negotiating against himself.
Yes.
Which is why he got so much money. And this is what the shareholders are saying was, unfair to them. Unjust enrichment is the allegation. And look, he's clearly excellent at negotiating against himself.
Yes.
If he gave himself the offer of 3 months severance pay or hang around and have a shit life, he would take the shit life every time.
Well, I feel like, his whole management style is negotiating against himself, isn't it? Because he puts these ultimatums out and then a few hours later has to be backtracking on it. Like, there needn't be anyone else in the room. Like, he could just do that on his own.
It's amazing. And you know how he had to step down as the CEO of Tesla because he was tweeting in a way that influenced the stock. He said he was going to take it private.
Yes, he got all into trouble with the SEC.
He did. Do you know what his job title was after he had to step down as CEO? His actual job title.
Because at Twitter it's Chief Twit. It'll be something like that. It'll be like Chief Guru Officer or something like that. Or
pretty much.
It'll be like
even sillier than Chief Guru Officer.
Okay, it's like 69 bro or something. Because he's an edgy guy.
He loves 69 and 420.
69, like, sex is cool.
Didn't he sell a product from Tesla for like $42.69 or something? Anyway. The title was Techno King.
I mean, he really is. He's the person who you would tease at school and then look back on and go, I'm glad I teased that guy.
Yeah. Even though he's now the richest person in the world, I wasn't wrong to make fun of him and ruin his confidence.
The Chaser Report. Less news, less often.
So anyway, he's now owns The Chaser. I mean, I don't even know how this happened.
Yes.
I think it's because our Twitter name got stuck as Elon Musk fondles dogs because he removed the ability to change your name if you had a verified account. Unfortunately, ours was like, the wind changed and your face got stuck. Ours was Elon Musk fondles dogs at the time. So maybe he figured that was the only way to change the name back.
Well, I think this is good news because, we both own shares in The Chaser, don't we?
That's true, we do. We did. It's more that we did. He's taking it private, Charles.
Incredibly rich at the moment. What?
You would think that, but
what?
He actually bought it for its fair market value.
Oh, no, never sell anything for its, especially when it comes to The Chaser.
Yeah, no, basically.
You didn't accept Bitcoins. You didn't accept those
Dogecoin.
FTT tokens.
I did take Dogecoin. No, he worked out that the value of the Chaser was the sum of the inflatable avocados that we have in stock, minus...
Oh, no, but that's quite a lot.
Minus
that's a huge amount.
69.420%.
Yeah,
for it being a stupid idea.
Okay, so we've got to decide whether we're going to go hardcore, not see our families.
Yeah.
Well, not see our families.
No, that's not so bad.
Yeah, or take 3 months' pay. The problem is 3 months times not very much pay is not very much pay still.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is another thing that came up in the court case. Do you know what the average salary at Tesla is for his Gigafactory? average salary.
Does that include all the slaves in Afghanistan and the Congo who mine the lithium? Or
I imagine they're off the books. You'd have them off the books, wouldn't you? You'd have to.
Well, then I reckon if you're an engineer at Tesla, you'd be pulling $300,000 a year, wouldn't you?
The average pay at Tesla, according to the plaintiff's lawyers in this court case, is $40,000.
What? No. What? No.
While
but that
Elon got $50 billion.
That? Does he? What does he use? Does he use like Fiverr or something to build his cars?
I presume he just DMs people on Twitter and says, "Do you want $40,000 to work at Tesla?"
TaskRabbit.
Yeah.
Wow. No wonder they keep exploding, and you can't wind down the windows.
Actually, that's a
in an
good point.
emergency.
If you paid Tesla employees more than $40,000, maybe they'd be able to recognise traffic lights. Because you and I had the same experience test driving them, which is lovely in many ways. But the autopilot could not figure out what a stop sign was or a red light.
Yes, well, very much around Sydney, where we are a city of tunnels, of very attractive traffic tunnels. It's our most notable landmark now, and on the new tunnels they always have the speed limit in these red signs.
They do
above, and the Tesla always interprets those red signs as traffic lights because they're sort of illuminated in red, and so it just constantly stops on these freeways,
which is very safe.
It's the most hideous experience
very, very safe.
Universe.
And then also I found the overhead things where where you drive under something and there's like an arrow that's green or red saying where you can go in that lane. That's a stop sign as well.
Oh, great.
I'm surprised they interpret a red car as a stop sign.
Yeah.
But the good news, Charles, I mean, I just want to bring this home because it's bleak. It's pretty bleak. I mean, we love Twitter. We spend a lot of time on Twitter. But have you been on Mastodon? This is a new replacement, the open source version.
Oh, yes.
Anyone can start their own server. The Chaser could have their own, Chaser Mastodon server. We probably do already. I've signed on and it's fantastic. I've now got 10 followers.
Really? I've got tons of followers. I don't know what you're doing wrong.
Yeah, I've only posted once.
Yeah, I've got, let's just have a look at my Mastodon. 345. Ha! Suck shit, Dom.
345. What are you doing
345?
Right? It's basically like it's quieter
it's like
than
Twitter,
my parties.
but worse somehow.
Yeah, it's actually got fewer people than most of my parties. Which is a bit awkward.
The thing so I'm at Charles at oz.social.
I should follow you. I'm going to try and steal some of your followers. I'm Dom Knight at mastodon.social. And the weird thing about my account is that I actually set it up in 2017 or 2018 or something and didn't
ahead of your
use
time. Yes.
Yes. And I saw it. I used it for like a day and thought, well, I never use this again. This is stupid.
So the thing about Twitter at the moment is basically every tweet is about Twitter, right?
Yes.
Very, very self-involved at the moment. You go on Mastodon, every toot is about Mastodon. It's sort of exactly like Twitter, except it's about a really obscure social network that you don't quite understand. And so just every single toot is trying to explain.
I can't call it a toot. That's terrible.
They're called toots. That's what they're called. They're called toots.
I'm looking at your account here, and your last piece, you put up your piece from the shot about Twitter, and you got 2 likes. Charles?
I did not get 2 likes. That is completely untrue. I got like
6 retweets, and
I got 9 likes, I got 16 likes and 9 retweets.
Okay, clearly there's another Charles
Mastodon. I don't think maybe that's just from your instance. This is the thing.
You got 6 reblogs and 2 favourites that I can see.
Well, that's just fake news, Dom.
You know what, Charles? I got to say, just scrolling through this, also because the replies, someone's written like a 1,000-word reply to your thing. I really miss Twitter. Yeah. Going through Mastodon.
Yeah, we've decided. We had a meeting about Mastodon. The Chaser decided, should we go on it and things like that, and we will. We'll put stuff on it, but we sort of think we're actually setting up our own. I don't know whether you've been to the Chaser website recently, Dom.
I haven't,
but it looks identical now to Twitter, right? And our idea is we're just going to steal that business model and do it ourselves. The only problem is, and the idea is you'll be able to log in and actually, comment underneath each article.
Oh, great!
Like look at the homepage. Like it's actually been like a 6 months project. It's very fortuitous that Twitter's about to die. But the thing is that we still haven't quite got up and running the whole other people can comment.
Oh wow!
part,
It really does,
which is crucial.
It does look like a social network.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And I do remember the last time that we had comments on the Chaser website. You weren't involved in it back then, and I was running it. It quickly got abusive and it turned into a mental health hellscape. But I'm sure that won't happen this time.
No,
I'm sure you won't have to spend a lot of time moderating to make sure that people aren't literally, brutalising one another to the point of self-harm.
Well, we're going to use the model. This is why Cam has been sort of looking so bedraggled, because he also does all the computer programming for the Chaser, as well as editing the Chaser website, and he's been hardcore. Like I said to him, don't turn up unless you're doing 12 hours a day. Just reprogram the Chaser website. But the thing is, so because the whole idea is to do it a bit like the way Gawker did their comments section, which is it's only after a while, like all your comments are grayed out at first, and then as you get more and more karma from the community and get upvoted more on your comments, you then be able to write in black text and your comments get prioritised over other people's. So that's a way of sort of using AI and an algorithm to moderate the comments. So.
Well, Charles, I started this conversation by joking that Elon Musk was going to buy the Chaser, but if this actually works,
yes,
he probably will.
Yes, he will. And then we can all go and relax.
Because he won't fuck it up.
But also, that in itself will be a satirical performance piece of a lifetime. Like, I kind of feel like Elon Musk is doing our work for us at the moment. Like, it's just so enjoyable to watch this car crash of a human being.
I'm looking at the Chase website, and it's bizarre. It doesn't look like the Chase website anymore.
No, that's right.
Excellent. Yeah. And I think it's just a quicker way of doing what Elon's doing and destroying the things people like about our internet product. So well done to you and the team. All right. Our Gears from Road, we're part of the Acast Creator Network. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Yeah. We've got to turn up every day, do we? That's so hardcore.
12 hours a day. Unless you want the 3-month severance pay.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be enough. I've got a family to feed.